Hey, what's up, guys? You are tuned in to episode 24 of True to Size.
What is going on, family? My name is Alan Martinez, and I am joined by my brothers Joel Hernandez.
Kobe.
Oh, he's not here.
No, he's not here.
Lawrence Hopkins.
Lawrence.
And Alvin Martinez.
Quincy.
That's his middle name for those who don't know. Fun fact. And we together form, I'm stumbling on my words, Canada Got Soul. And today we are joined by one of our handsome brothers, Philip dos Santos, also known as Big Philly, also known as SolePurpose.
Also known as PDS. PIDS.
Philip.
For those who don't know, wow. Should we just restart this episode?
This is going well so far.
This is because you brought
Philly's
the
making you
Krispy Kreme
nervous,
donuts, man. Yeah, because I have a veteran host, radio host next to
Staring
me,
at
and
you,
he's like
judging
judging me with my performance.
No judgments. No,
for
just
those
a
who-
judgment-free zone.
That's your intro? That's how you're going to
Soft.
introduce me?
Soft.
Kind of Bush League podcast.
All right, I'll
When I
skip
did
his
Joe
intro.
Rogan, it was not like this.
I'm skipping Philly's intro. I'm not trying to make him sound good. Forget it. Forget this episode. You can tune into episode 25. For those who don't know him, he is a man of many talents. From what I have seen so far, Phil is an MC. He's been a radio host, or are you still a radio host?
No, not at the current moment.
Not currently. He is an event planner. He's a content creator of many, many sorts, a photographer, and just an amazing radio voice.
You know, saying all that, it just means like I'm not good at any one thing. So I had to do like a lot of
Jack of all trades, but master of none.
We will get into more of that later in the episode, as well as our recap from our shoe haul event from last Saturday. But first, fire round. And I think this one is very suitable for today's podcast because with Philly being an ex-radio host, being surrounded by music all the time, this one relates. This one comes again from Line and a Pickaxe because no one else is contributing to fire rounds.
Come on, guys.
Step your game up. What albums, not necessarily artists, but albums, do you think have influenced your sneaker style and collection the most? Minus mid to late 2000s Kanye. This is Line and a Pickaxe. This is okay. Why?
The one.
Did you just say MAGA Kanye? Make America Great Again Kanye?
I know. I don't know why he excluded that because that's when Lawrence was born, pretty much.
Why would he say not? Why is that the only thing said not? What?
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm so annoyed.
Okay,
I'm
let's
not
just,
answering that question.
All right, Pacone, they don't like you. Or
Fucked
that
up,
question.
bro. Fucked up.
All right, let's just pretend that last parentheses bit was not in there. I'll give you some time to think. He has an answer for this one. His answer is definitely Lupe Fiasco, The Cool from 2007, and The Cool Kids, The Bake Sale from 2008. As one was when I was getting into SB heavily, and the second is when I started also paying more attention to Jordans. Yes.
Really nice.
I'll be honest, I don't have an answer for this because I couldn't think of one.
Wait, what was the question?
What albums, not necessarily artists, but albums, do you think have influenced your sneaker style and collection the most?
Oh, man, now nothing.
Yeah, well, your collection,
What
bro.
Astro World didn't influence you? Come on,
Bought 12
guys.
pairs of Travis Scott Air Forces after Astroworld.
Did you not buy the Cactus Jack 4s? I know Lawrence did.
Nope.
Okay, so with your collection that you have, what albums would you say did influence or make an influence on you?
No albums really influenced my collection.
Yeah, that was
To
my
be honest.
thought process behind
But
it.
in high school, Jay-Z and Dipset influenced my Air Forces.
I
I had like a lot of Air
True.
Forces. Every color, almost.
Did you actually? I
Nope,
don't remember
just
that.
3. All black, all white, and then I had
fraud.
I had a white with like a baby blue swoosh.
Nope.
I had
Pretty
many.
much
in
had
it.
like every single
many
color.
That was a lot when I was younger, yo. Three pairs of Air Forces. Shit, that's all I could afford, man.
Biggest gas.
I know.
You had like every
colorway.
color in the world.
At least
colorway,
3,
bro.
Every colorway available on clearance.
You haven't
At
even seen all
Walmart.
of them. I don't even know what they all are.
Philly, do you have an answer for this one?
No, I don't. It's a tough question.
Yeah.
But I think to Alvin's point, Dipset played a major role in fashion in general.
Yeah.
Definitely with Air Forces, and I think they influence a lot of people.
Yeah.
When it comes to like buying the Air Forces, and not only just buying the Air Force or the Uptown, because obviously Harlem Uptown. When people were customizing them, like that was a big thing. That kind of Dipset helped influence and kind of reintroduce at that time.
True. Kuya Joel, growing up in all that b-boy era and such, did any albums influence your sneaker collection?
Well, like starting it off or
Just in general?
just in general? No, nothing really.
Yeah.
But then again, there was like, the Run DMC era.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The My
With
Adidas.
the Adidas shell toes and
Yeah.
whatnot. But nothing really influenced it to that kind of point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Lawrence, you? Same thing?
No mid to late
Kanye.
2000s,
Same across-
right? No mid to late 2000s Kanye.
For me, it wasn't really the albums. He already took the question, like my answer out of the way when he said not the artists, because it is the artists who are wearing the kicks and like, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily, I don't really listen to a song and go, oh shit, I want some Dunks. Or like, I want some Jordans now, unless you listen to Miley Cyrus and, you know.
Oh yeah, Miley's a good track, or
Nope.
Sierra.
I'm
Nope.
sorry, what are we doing now?
Listening to Miley Cyrus and Sierra.
And when Nelly
In the
wanted
same
his
playlist.
2 purrs.
Nelly.
Yeah. Nah. And it was definitely the culture that surrounded music that influenced more as opposed to the music itself. Yeah? Safe to say? Fair to say?
Yeah.
No mid to late 2000s Kanye. How dare you?
So if that wasn't there, what would your answer be?
I don't think I would have one, but why are you excluding it in the first place?
All right,
Like-
well,
Like, I don't know.
there's no point in complaining then.
Like those 2 albums that came out around that time, like late 2000s, were right when I was getting into sneakers. So that
Yeah, me
reminds
too.
Mm-hmm.
me of that for sure. Like My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and Watch the Throne are like right when I was getting into it. So that was definitely an association, but don't know if I would call it an influence.
Yeah.
I'll call it that. When I think of them, I think of sneakers, but I
Yeah.
don't. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Albums don't really have an influence. It's what surrounds them.
Yeah.
Yeah, this week in kicks. Shout out to one of our listeners named JP's real quick. He put me on blast for screwing up Kareem Olajuwon's
A lot of
Hakeem
people.
Olajuwon's
Hakeem
name.
Kareem Olajuwon.
A lot of people?
You probably thought
I
Kareem
think I saw
Abdul-Jabbar.
three.
I only saw one.
Oh. I think there
Kareem
was
Abdul-Jabbar and then
Hakeem
Hakeem
Olajuwon.
Olajuwon.
It was just funny.
Kareem
now
Abdul-
just listening back.
That's it. And
Because you
Hakeem
were like,
Olajuwon.
I'm not familiar with that name. And I was like, who?
What?
No, you said it last week. You were like,
No, there was a second one I wasn't from. It was the second drafted player in that answer that I was
oh, I
talking
thought
about.
it was
I wasn't
Kareem
familiar with.
Olajuwon that you weren't familiar with.
No.
You were familiar with him?
I was fully confident with Kareem Olajuwon.
I know who that is.
No, because I even messaged you guys while I was editing, and I was like, guys, I think I said his name wrong.
It's okay.
And then I Googled it.
Sounds like the greatest center of all time.
It was probably
combining the
One.
powers of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and
Like
Hakeem
14
Olajuwon.
feet tall.
He played for two teams at the same time. All right, we're starting this week in kicks with Alvin. He's got a Nike Vapor Max 95
Yeah, man.
in the OG neon colorway. Thoughts? I'm curious because I don't know which way you're swaying with this one. I don't know how you feel about these hybrid Air Maxes.
I kind of like these ones.
Ooh, surprising.
Because the Vapor Max Air Bubble kind of goes with the bulkiness of the 95.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's a really good marriage, in my opinion.
So do you like this merge of two silhouettes over
Yeah,
like
and then the way they colored the Vapor Max bubble just goes with the whole shoe. I personally would like more Volt
me
in
too.
the bubble
Yeah.
a little bit, but you know,
Or what if they
whatever.
just kept it? Is there Volt in the outsole?
no, but
Yeah,
the air
a little,
bubble
like a
itself
very little bit. Super little bit of volt in the outsole.
on the
Yeah.
bottom. Mhm.
I definitely think that this 95 mashup is a lot better executed than the 97 one. No, Lawrence?
No, I don't
You can
agree.
say something instead of just shake your head
Well,
because the
I'm letting you-
listeners can't hear that.
I'm gonna let you finish.
He's shaking hard enough they can hear it.
It's just cheek slapping.
I'm gonna let you finish speaking before I tell you you're wrong.
Okay,
No,
asshole, go on.
I just don't like how it sits right on top. Like, especially mostly is the toe box where it kind of throws me off because I feel like on a
I know what you
95 the midsole kind of eats
Goes
the
up.
Cups
upper.
it a bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
cups
say
it.
eats it.
Yeah.
And on these it just literally just like plops on top.
I know exactly what you mean.
So that kind of throws me off. To me, when it does it when it looks like how it does, it looks like a cleat almost.
Yeah.
It looks very soccer,
fair
football, golfy.
assessment indeed.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's funny because that's what I didn't like about the 97s. Remember how there was that awkward gap
Yes.
between the upper
Yeah.
and then it
Yes.
hit the air unit?
Yes.
Where would we rank the 95s, the 97s, and the pluses?
Pluses are-
plus number one.
Plus is one.
I think so too.
I'm
Wait,
putting-
what?
95s over 97.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus
Yes.
95, 97.
Correct.
I agree. Best executed. Speaking of another 95, Joel's pick this week, another all over Air Max logo print.
So creative.
Much better though than last
Yeah?
week's pick. I
What's the
think.
difference?
It's the colors, and it's just more. It's more relaxing to the eye, to the eyes when you look at it.
It's more low key.
Yeah, because like last week I picked the neon 95 with the big logo, you know, the 95 tongue logo all over the shoe.
Yeah.
And with the neon, well, the Volt and the black, it's just, when you look at it, it just wasn't.
Is it a different pattern?
I think it's the same pattern.
It's just the same
It's
pattern.
a
It's just
different
the
color.
Different colors. The
white
one that I
and
pick
white-
is the black
The
and
white and black.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just
Does it
very
better?
toned down.
Yeah,
Does
very
it a lot
toned down.
better?
Much better.
The pattern itself is already loud. You don't
Yeah.
need a loud colorway to go along with it and just make it like too loud.
And I guess with the black and white, it's more of a, I don't know. It's disguised more kind of thing.
Looks like a zebra.
Yeah.
Incognito.
Like
Was there any release dates with those two 95 joints
So one's
The-
already
August
out.
16th, I think.
The Vapor Max is this week.
this week?
Someone bought them already.
What?
They
They
team-
cheated.
Team
team
early,
Supposed to be
eh?
16th.
this week.
16th. That is in 2 days from this recording, which is
Thursday?
Thursday.
We're recording mad
August
early
16th.
this week.
Yeah, we are, because Lawrence is leaving on Thursday
Bye bye.
to go back to Florida.
Florida.
Bye bye.
And Joel, what about the Air Max logo one?
16th of August. As
Oh,
well.
also the
Same
same
day.
day.
Same day.
Wow, Air Max 95 day.
Okay.
Our next few picks are a bunch of collaborations. We're gonna start off with Nigel Sylvester x Jordan brand.
Holy
oh my
shit, bro.
lord!
That really-
This is Lawrence's pick, so go right ahead, good sir. Go right ahead. You're not
Okay.
shaking your head on this one.
So Nigel Sylvester, for those who don't know, is a professional BMX rider.
Indeed.
Has been killing it for a while now. Like, he's not new to the game, but has grown in popularity.
Popularity.
What
in
was in
recent
those
years.
donuts, yo?
Krispy Kreme.
Sheesh.
Crispy something. Yeah, has grown in popularity tenfold in the past couple of years. He's getting his first collaboration. He's like a Nike athlete and they're giving him a Jordan brand shoe. So he's the first BMXer to get any Jordan brand shoe, which is nuts. But the shoe itself is friggin' amazing. So it looks to me like at first glance like a Sail Jordan 1.
Yep.
It's got an off-white upper. You got the red outsole, but it's like weathered. So
Is
it's
it a
got
red?
like
Oh yeah, yeah.
a red, red outsole, weathered. So it's kind of faded a little bit. Midsole and upper is also distressed, so it looks almost dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in a good way. And then it's got scuffs on the toe box and on the heel, like you would get from the pedals of a BMX bike or the pegs or whatever. You've got the black tongue, black laces, and black sock liner. But again, it's like weathered, so it's not like a black. It's like an ashy
There's
black.
a stamp on the sock liner, right?
Yes, on the inside.
Yeah.
It says like BMX, Jordan BMX or something like that. Established 2017. And then the swoosh. Well, first of all, mini swoosh on the front, toe box.
Oh,
like, what?
that's bonkers.
What?
Never seen that
Holy
before.
crap.
Never seen that before in a Jordan 1.
Mini swoosh on a Jordan 1 is unheard of.
Yeah.
But then the swoosh itself, where the actual swoosh is supposed to be, they made it look like there used to be a swoosh there. The shoe got dirty. They unstitched the swoosh. And underneath where they removed the swoosh is white. Because there's no swoosh.
To me, it looks like it was like an illustration of it. So it's just like a flat swoosh.
There's no swoosh at all. It's unstitched.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
What I mean, yeah. So, but it doesn't look like the swoosh was taken off. It just looks like an actual illustration of it.
Well, to me, for my pick, I think it looks like it was taken off.
Here's where you're wrong, Alan. Let me explain.
All right, keep going.
And then, yeah, because of the white contrast to like the dirtier white distressed upper, that's just what it looked like to me. But I do see like there's like pencil marks or something. No,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know why, but that's what I saw. I saw the pencil marks too, but I don't know what that was supposed to be.
What were those other What were those other Jordan 1s that came out a few years ago? It was like black with royal and red, and like the paint chipped away.
The Lance Mountain
Lance
joints.
Mountain.
Those are the vibes I get from
Very, very
yeah.
similar vibes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But these ones come, and the crazy part is they're hand distressed. Like each pair of these is hand distressed.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's touching every single pair.
You're
Actually,
Dirtying it.
Nigel Sylvester is riding in every single
He
one
rides in them.
for a good month, and then he sells even size 6s.
It's a PE almost then.
Yeah.
Game worn. Game worn. Do you know he doesn't even compete at all? Like
Just
all of
street, right?
Yeah.
all of his following was social media and YouTube. So
Yeah.
there's no competitions won. It's just him showing what he can do like through social media.
yeah, which is crazy. Very
Bonkers.
2018 type of guy. But yeah, crazy shoe. It's an NRG, and if they're all hand distressed, I can't imagine it'll be very easy to get. Comes in super special packaging. August 22nd is the tentative date that I've seen right now, but I don't
didn't
know.
see one. Nice.
Yeah, if it's confirmed or not, but that's just what I've heard, which would be next week, Wednesday.
Oh, perfect.
But that shoe is unreal. I love it so much.
I
Holy
guess
crap.
I'm not getting those.
Holy smokes. Holy smokes.
Crazy.
Another shoe that comes out this week, Saturday the 18th, I believe. Is my pick, the Nike SB X Premier Win Some Lose Some Dunk High.
Tell us.
Holy moly. I think this is one of the
like
best
those.
SB collabs that I've seen in a minute. The materials look amazing. The colorway is sick. It's just got that classic like dunk color blocking with like a Venchetta tan and the white. The best part about this is the concept behind it. Did you guys like look into the Win Some Lose Something?
I was going to wait for you.
So basically they come in two different versions. The swooshes are removable, like the paint. And then when you remove the paint, it's either going to have a blank swoosh, like pattern on the swoosh in gold, or it's going to have a pattern where it's like the Nike swoosh and then bar, like from the casino, and then the Premier branding.
Oh, cool. Like a slot machine.
So if you have the ones with the Premier branding, it's going to be hella rare. And then a bunch of them, like most of the pairs are just going to be like the plain gold swoosh.
Oh, that's
pretty cool.
cool. It's like a
That's-
scratch ticket.
Yeah, that's like the
That's
whole Win Some Lose
sick.
Something.
That's pretty
But
cool.
apparently you don't get anything else when you get the when
Not
you get
like a
the
golden
nicer pair.
ticket?
Yeah.
Really
You
low,
just
huh?
get a more coveted pair.
What happens if you don't get with the Premier logo? Is that a loss? Is that the lose some?
That's
the
the
lose
lose
some.
some.
Lose some.
no, I feel
Win
about
some,
that.
lose most.
I'm gonna keep buying more and keep removing all the swooshes. And if I don't get one, I'm gonna sell it. And I'm gonna fund the next one.
Any release info?
This Saturday.
But like where
The
or like
18th.
anything like that?
I don't know if it's hitting Canada. It is going to drop at Premier's website and in store.
What
Special-
sites are
special.
releasing it that accept bots?
I have zero idea, Philly.
Send them an
I
email.
don't use those ones.
Just wondering if you accept bots here.
But the special packaging that Premiere has for it, for the in-store release, oh my god.
It's like a white box,
gorgeous.
right?
Tell us
Yeah.
more.
White box, gold branding, super clean. Last pick of this week, Phil's. I'm gonna start getting guests to do this. Phil will kick it off with the Off-White X Serena Williams X Nike. I guess you could throw Nike
yeah,
in it. The
bunch of
Queen
X's.
collection.
Queen.
Yeah. I was saying to you guys earlier, I think this is gonna sell out, guys. That's my early prediction here.
Stupid.
Philly's a visionary, you guys.
I'm just trying to give you guys a little bit of foresight of what's happening in sneaker culture.
A
Okay,
market master.
no, but
Brands, if you need someone, Philly, hit 'em up.
consultation I'm available for. Virgil Abloh, of course. Most people know, but I know people are just buying the Off-White shoes just because. But he started off as a member of Kanye's entourage, good friend of Kanye West, still is. Came up with the Pyrex brand a few years back.
Shout out Pyrex.
Absolutely. And now he's just been killing it. Of course, with the Nike Off-White collaborations. And I think bigger than that, or just as big, is the head of menswear for Louis Vuitton. Incredible. So he's designing Serena's entire outfit for the U.S. Open, which I believe is August
sick.
27th. So
Next
it has
week,
like skirts, tops,
Yeah.
the whole shebang. And there's 3 shoes. One of them is the Court Flare 2, which is obviously a tennis shoe, but everything has the kind of the Off-White elements that we're used to. So the zip strip, it's a pretty much gray and silver shoe. The black outsole, because I'm assuming she's gonna play in this one, so it's probably a hard rubber outsole. Looks like Flyknit, and it has like her name in quotes, Serena, and then the thing that hits it for me, because the shoe's mostly gray, is that it has a Volt hang tag or zip strip,
Zip tie.
zip tie,
Zip strip.
zip strip, zip tie, and then there's
Hakeem.
the stitched the tiny stitch logo is also Volt on the swoosh. So there's the hits of Volt that really set off the shoe overall. The second shoe in the collaboration is the Air Max 97s. And
So nice.
it's super nice. It looks like a light peachy kind of upper, black swoosh, and then the midsole above the Air unit is like a purple pink gradient kind of fading into each other. So the 97s out of the 10, the Virgil Off-White 10, I think were one of my favorites.
Me too.
The 97, the 90, and the Air
Yeah,
Force
that's
One.
what I was gonna say. Not many
Yeah.
people like
Air Force
are
Ones.
raving about those joints, the 97s. Out of
And I'm not
the
just
entire
saying that
10.
because Jay-Z wore them. And
doesn't hurt, right?
Exactly. The third shoe of the collaboration is a blazer, and it kind of has the same color motif throughout the 3 sneakers. It's a Volt zip strip. Is that what we're calling
Zip
it?
tie.
Zip tie? It's not a strip.
It is, no, it's a tie.
Why are we not calling it a strip?
I don't know.
It's called a zip tie.
It's a functional zip tie with a. Is it a zip strip? Is that what Virgil calls it?
I don't know.
I don't
What
know.
is a zip strip?
It's a strip that zips.
It's a strip that when you
Yeah.
Go on, Philly.
Okay. It could be a new word. Trademark. Canada got sold.
Zip strip.
SolePurpose.
I haven't pulled because I was lucky enough to get the Off-White ones. Is it the Carolina color?
Oh, nice.
UNC.
Or the
yeah.
UNC University. I haven't pulled my zip tie because I don't want it to get too tight.
Your zip strip?
Is it? Stop. I haven't pulled it because I don't want it to get too tight because it looks really dumb if it's really, the hole's
Yeah.
really small.
And then if it gets too tight, you can't cut it off. Next
Yeah.
time. You might ruin the shoe.
That's it. It's game over.
just a suggestion. I don't know if Nike or Virgil has a suggestion box. Make it so that you can tighten and loosen.
That's not
the
what zip
tie.
strips
It would be a zip
do.
tie.
Yeah.
I know, but
It would just be a hang tag.
it could be a
It would
zip
be a
strip.
zip strip.
The way
That'd be a
The zip strip
then.
has the flexibility and the ability to go
I see.
tighter.
But because it's a zip tie, it locks.
Yeah, see?
Oh man.
the way to avoid that is to take it off your shoe while you're wearing it. How about that?
That's true. That's true. I didn't think about that. No, but again, it looks like a white or maybe an off-white upper on the blazer. The black swoosh is oversized, misplaced.
Goofy look on your face.
They can't see that. Don't say it. They can't see it, man. And then the midsole has that nice purple to the hot pink gradient fade.
Is this just going to be a women's shoe?
I hope not.
I also
Hashtag equality.
Yeah, man. Hashtag
Nice.
equality.
Nice.
No, it should definitely have a focus. I was gonna say the dope thing about this collection is that it's female focus in terms of the apparel because it's for Serena, but
true.
it looks like they made skirts, they made female apparel, and that's important. And I think it's also important that they highlighted a female athlete.
True.
not only just because she's a great female athlete, but I was thinking about this, and this conversation has come up online like a lot of times. But she might be the like most dominant athlete of our time.
Oh, for sure.
Any sport.
Yep.
Anyways, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Coming off of that, how do you guys feel about? Because I was thinking about it earlier, and then I was either thinking of asking if we're tired of the 10, but we've already done that. But I wanted to spit in another way. How do you guys feel about the 10 sort of being its own staple or like sub brand within Nike? Because it's almost as if Nike's decided to have these 10 silhouettes done in Virgil's style as part of like their regular lineup. Because I seen like a rumored photo of what else is to drop this year, and it's another set of lineups and colorways. So what do you guys think?
Like my thing, if it's like this, the Queen collection, I believe it was called.
Yeah.
I like that, especially if the co-collaborator has input into the design. Because yes, it's Virgil, it'll still be off-white, but it's Virgil, Serena, Nike, off-white, all of these things, and it's just like another person's take on it. So like you had Nike or Jordan Brand's original take on the Jordan 1, and you had Virgil's take on it, and you're just kind of going down the line and getting someone else's take on someone else's take. And to me, that's kind of cool. Because if you start getting, even imagine if you get like other Nike or Jordan Brand partners involved, and you have like a Don C, Jordan 1, Off-White, like there's just a bunch of different avenues you can take, and I feel like that's cool. If they're just dropping them without a purpose or a reason, that's where you kind of lose me. Where it's just like, it's another color, it's another color, it's another color. But like this, I like. This is cool.
So it needs to have some sort of purpose for it
Yes.
in order for it to be relevant.
To me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Philly, what do you think?
I think along the same lines as Lawrence. Is it cool to call you Lawrence? Are we supposed to be going nicknames, or is it going? Okay.
I'm Spider-Man.
Okay. Well. Anyways, Spidey.
I wanted to say that.
He's wanted to say that his
Yeah,
whole
I
life.
had it in my back pocket
It
this
took
entire
you
time.
24 episodes.
Yes. Yes.
I'm Spider-Man.
No, I was thinking about this today. I think part of the draw for the off-white shoes is, aside from them being great silhouettes, is that it's limited, right?
Yeah.
If off-whites are available like white on white Air Forces, are they as cool? Are they as popular? Are they reselling for as much? Not that matters like to a lot of people, but you know, I think a lot of it is that they're special in terms of like the purpose of the shoe, like the Queen collaboration, but also in the quantity. So it's like, it's not everyone's gonna get it.
Yeah.
And then he's on to
So
something
it's still
else.
somewhat special.
Right.
So with that being said, do you think it's there to compete with like Adidas's Yeezy line?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think when what's his name? When Dummy went over to Addy a few years ago,
Alvin just took it in.
What's his name?
when Make America Great Again went over to Addy a few years ago, I think that really that shifted a lot of things in terms of like sneaker culture, because you had
For sure.
like the what are those things? What are his shoes called?
Yeezys?
Yeah, that's what they're called. No, I was trying to.
He couldn't think about it.
Dummies? The dummies 350s?
The
Yeah.
dummy three.
The dummy 550s
The dummies.
changed the game.
Oh, bad jokes.
No, I was trying to think of a joke and it wasn't coming, and then it just okay. So, anyways, it shifted culture because you know his line was taking off with Addy, and then you know so many other people like Pharrell was doing stuff, Pusha T was doing stuff, and them as a brand and just other brands in general were scooping up like who was cool and who was relevant, and that was like in terms of like cool factor, like they were grabbing a huge segment. So it's like Nike's like, okay, well, what are we going to do to stay ahead of the curve? Right. Or what are we going to do to kind of counteract? Cause the rest of their stuff is solid. So
True.
It kind of seems like, just like bouncing off of what Philly said, like Adidas at the time grabbed all the entertainers. Originally we'll say it was athletes, and Nike had all them. And then the shift went to entertainers.
Yes.
And then Adidas had all them. and now it seems like it's going to designers, and Nike has all them. Like if you talk about Don C, or if you talk about Virgil, if you talk about even Jerry Lorenzo, who's on his way with a Nike collab. Like that just seems like it's the curve is coming around that way now. So it's kind of interesting, actually.
When are they going to get guys from
Canada got
Mississauga,
sold.
Milton to start? When is that wave?
When is the podcast wave coming?
Let's just hang in there, guys. It's coming. It's coming.
Hang on to your pants, guys.
Speaking of what's coming, this Saturday is going to be Flippin' Laces' event, known as Just Kicking It on the 18th. I think I'm going to upload this midweek, possibly, just because why not?
Surprise.
We'll see. But if this comes out on Saturday, we'll see you soon.
Or right now.
Or saw you yesterday.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice seeing you.
Or if you're listening to your headphones while you're there, just look across. I'm waving at you. This is weird.
Also, why are you listening to a podcast?
When you're supposed to be just kicking it, why don't you turn that shit off?
Don't never turn us off. He's talking shit. Don't turn us off.
Speaking of not turning us off, did you listen to last week's episode? We had our talk with our top 10 Jordans. We see you guys trying to recommend and asking us why we don't have shit in our top 10.
For everyone who said, where's Chicago ones? Make your own list, bud. That's it. We didn't want Chicago
Honestly
ones.
though, if we kept going, it might end up in there like a month, maybe like if we did it like 4 weeks ago, who knows?
Chicago ones.
It'll
It's just
change. too
too plain for me, man.
Those can show
Maybe
off
top
the 10.
50. Get
Unless we were talking about oh, shit. Unless we were talking about like
sorry, Michael
we
Jordan.
were doing our hype top 10, then maybe they might have
not
been there
even.
with Virgil.
It would have been Virgil's Chicago
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been the regular.
That's what I mean.
Chicago
That's the only time a Chicago one would have been there. Would have been Virgil Chicago.
I like off-white Chicago ones better than regular Chicago ones. Don't at me.
That costs money. You gotta get new mics now.
Testing.
Yeah,
We're good.
that's it. I don't think I've seen any other events coming up other than SneakerCon in October, but that can wait.
Yeah.
We can
can't
promote
wait.
that down the road. SneakerCon, if you want to sponsor us, we can promote it tomorrow.
They invited us last time.
Did
Remember?
they?
Yeah. But it was your wedding,
Oh yeah,
so we couldn't go.
That was fun.
that's fine with me.
The wedding or the SneakerCon?
Both.
I wasn't at
He wasn't-
SneakerCon.
he was
I was
at-
at the
yeah.
wedding.
Oh yeah, you were there.
Yeah. Oh, good segue. Because now introducing Philip Dos Santos. He was the MC at my wedding.
Yeah.
That was a wonderful night, and Philly helped make it so.
Way to
Philly-
get married, bro.
Huh?
Way to get married, bro.
Thanks, man.
Way to be.
Phil and I used to work together at the. Do you want to disclose this? I've already disclosed where I work, so you can put two and two together.
Yeah. We'll leave the mystique.
Did you guys know Philly before me?
Yeah.
I feel like all three of you knew Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you, yeah, probably.
I've discovered a problem. It's a personal problem. This year is I don't know where I've met a lot of people. Like I can't place it. Your mom was asking me at Shoe Hall where we met, and I had to tell her I have no idea, Tita. I'm sorry. I don't know where I know him from.
I remember where I met Phil.
Tell
I
Okay.
remember where I met you.
Go on.
I met you at the Tim Hortons beside my house,
Yes.
selling you Thunder 4s.
What was that? It?
Yeah.
Did I buy Thunder 4s off you?
You did. And
Was it a good price?
It was retail.
Did you rip me off?
It was
good.
retail a week early.
Really?
Oh wow.
I don't know how
Yeah.
we got connected, but that was the first
That
time we
sounds
met.
about right. Yeah. I remember that now.
I remember that too.
I do remember
We
that.
sat
now.
there and
was
talked
funny.
for like a little bit of whiles.
A little bit of whiles, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Nice.
I do
I
remember
just
that.
remembered right now.
I do remember that. That's fast.
So whatever year that was, 2012? Holy shit.
Oh, that's a while. That's a while.
That's
6
a little bit
years
of
ago.
while.
This is good, especially
Yeah.
in these days and
That's
times.
some
This is
time.
a long time.
Zam.
That's a long-term relationship.
Ziggy's ham.
2 weeks is a long-term relationship. Let's not lie. Alvin, how did you meet Phil? He doesn't know
Just
anymore.
around
They said hi one time across the halls of
somewhere.
Joel. Do you remember where you
I
met
don't
Phil?
remember, man.
I think through one of our mutual friends, K-Mall.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking that too.
yeah.
I know we have a few mutual friends. Yeah.
Phil's Filipino, so that's probably why I know.
Kasin.
He's classy.
It was probably at a fam jam or something.
We're actually all related, including Lawrence, so
Yeah.
that's kind of why we know each other.
Probably why.
So with that being said, Philly, how long have you been in the sneaker thing for?
since I sold them Thunder Force.
Yeah, like it's been like
Lawrence got you.
no, it's honestly been a solid like 5-6 weeks I've been into.
Damn, yo, your game is strong, bro.
Oh
Holy,
man.
that's a lot of pickups, bro.
No, honestly, like I go on Complex every day. Like I like all of Hypebeast pictures. So it's like I stay up to date, bro. Like
You have all your post notifications on.
that's why I have 2 phones, because when one dies, I still get the notifications coming through another.
You keep one on Do Not Disturb
Yeah.
until the other one dies.
Yeah,
I
man,
understand
that's
now.
what you gotta do. No, I think
We're not gonna get any
sorry.
real answers.
no. What was your question?
What did you have for lunch this morning? How long have you been in the sneaker game for?
Like just as a kid, like a conscious consumer, like knowing, like buying like sneakers and stuff, or
when did you fall in love with sneakers? Or you decided like, wow, this is something like I'm into.
I think it was from the start, like when I started buying my own sneakers.
Yeah.
Like I think the first shoe I bought, not to date myself, was the Jordan 11, the Bread.
Date yourself. What year was that?
It
96?
was- No. Everyone simmer down, okay? No, it was was it 2000? 2001. Was it 2000?
01.
Yeah. That was the first shoe I bought with like, I was like my own money, and I was like, yeah, I love this shoe. And, Jordan wasn't actually my favorite player growing up. It was always Shaq. But,
Whoa.
the way his shoe deal was set up, it didn't really align with my lifestyle.
Was Reebok?
Yeah,
Diagnosis, bro.
the Shaqnosis is a good looking shoe, and he had 1 or 2 other ones that were kind of all right.
Yeah.
Shaq
But
attack.
but yeah, yeah, no, the real answer, the legitimate answer is the Bread 11, the
Was it-
black and red 11.
Yeah.
Black and red.
Was it the black red 11 that got you started?
It was.
Was that what like got you into it all?
No. Like I was into it before. I think that kind of is what started like me buying shoes.
Okay,
Like
okay.
collecting, buying random stuff I ended up not liking just because like it was like a sport. Like I remember I was a point where I was just buying stuff, not just to buy it, but I was just buying any colorway. Now that I look back and I'm like, why did I buy these? And then they disappear. But then, but no, like growing up, watching basketball, playing basketball, I think that shoe particular, like seeing Jordan win his first championship, on a cultural note, in Usher, in the, what video was it? I think it's Make Me Wanna.
When he's doing the dance?
He's doing the dance and he dances
Ferrari?
out of the shoes. Like he's dancing
Oh, yeah,
and he
yeah,
comes
and he
out
comes
of the
out,
shoes.
it's part of the choreo.
How did he do that? Did he not tie the shoes? Shit is crazy.
From that day forward, that is how I laced my
Yeah.
shoes.
And the song was such a banger. But
It
anyways,
was.
I just sound like an old guy right now.
on
No,
my
like
day.
culturally,
Kids dancing out of their shoes.
see, none of these artists can dance out of shoes. You guys suck. No, but I mean, culturally, I think that shoe had a lot, in terms of on the court and off the court, it had a lot of value for me. And it just was the time that I started working and I had a job and there were the shoes.
Yeah.
So I bought them.
So who would?
And here we are 50 years later.
So then who or what then was your biggest influence in this thing?
I think Jordan played a role, but not so much like, oh, I want to buy these shoes so I can do these moves or I can be like Mike.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much that. It was just like that he represented the absolute best, the greatest. So it's like, I'm buying these. At the time, I wasn't buying them as a performance sneaker. I was buying it as like a fashion piece. It's shoes. So it's like the feeling it gave me, what it represented. Not only him, but like when you see artists wearing it, like rappers or whoever, it's like
Boys to Men.
It's a certain they were Jordans.
Concords.
Did they really?
Weren't they the ones, the
Good
first
for
ones to
them.
bust it out?
I remember 112 had like, all 4 of them were wearing like the matching Jordan 11s, and yeah, good times. But no, like it just
there, man.
what you guys, man. No, like I think what it represented, not just for Jordan, but like culturally,
Yeah.
seeing artists or seeing like quote unquote cool people wearing the shoe. It's like, you're really investing in that feeling for yourself.
So has it always been Jordans for you all the way through?
Yeah, like predominantly. Yeah. And then like I would dabble into like SBs. I know you guys like your SBs. Air Maxes, retro Air Maxes. But it was predominantly like Air Forces too, but it was predominantly Jordan. I'd say like 80%, 85% Jordan.
Even your collection today?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez. So is it safe to say that you started your career in radio?
Like overall, like that, like what I started with was radio. Is that what you mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it started off kind of like with blogging a little bit and writing.
Oh, okay.
I think it was around 2006, 2007. You guys heard of Inquiring Mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, the men's
No.
wear. No.
Was there internet then?
I think there was. It was like
dial-up.
the dial-up.
Dial-up.
No, there was an incredible online menswear magazine called Inquiring Mind. Shout out Mikey B. I think it was really ahead of his time. It's kind of like what Complex and these other sites are doing now.
Oh,
so
true.
it previewed up and coming designers. It had lookbooks and it was kind of like in the center of streetwear and fashion. And I was doing some writing for them. And then a couple years after that, I was doing some blog work and it's crazy because it's like when you're a kid and you're just like, people just ask me to do stuff. Like I was hosting parties and doing events and stuff, but like a couple of my friends, my friend RJ was like, hey, we need someone to write for this blog and do interviews and stuff. And I was like, okay, bet. And like, no one's getting paid. And all we have at this point is just relationships and it's just access. So like when artists come to town, they need blogs to cover it, right? So I remember, this is around 2011, I started writing for this blog called Totem Resolve. And, I think my fondest memory of that, there was a lot of them, but one was like, okay, Phil, we need you to interview this guy. He just got the XXL freshman cover. I'm like,
shit.
okay, cool. I'm like, all right, well, what's his name? Let me just Google him. He's like, oh, all right, his name's Kendrick Lamar. So I go, I'm like, I never heard of this guy. I'm like, why are you sending me these weirdos? I don't know who these people are. I know, like, it's just 2011, so right now, like, Section 80 is what he has out, right? So,
Yeah.
and admittedly, like, I was not a huge fan. Like, I had heard of him, but, I hadn't taken in a lot of his stuff. So, and I got to sit down with him for like 20 minutes in a room, just me, him, and a camera guy. And he's super cool, super humble. But I mean, I think that's just an example of like, kind of things that prepared me. It was a lot of different pieces that prepared me to get to where I am today. Like, just doing that, kind of like creating content, like writing, transcribing, doing the interview, preparing me to go into radio, and it kind of prepared me to kind of do stuff what I'm doing now, like digital, social stuff.
Sick.
Nice.
So that's a good segue to how did you end up to where you are now?
Around the same time, I started hosting parties. My friends had a weekly party at this place called Down One Lounge. It's a dope spot. It was a dope spot. I think it's a restaurant now. But it was on, Front Street, around Young and Front. Yeah, around that area. And they were open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they just had live DJs and stuff like that. So my friends had the weekly on Saturday. I said, hey, let me start hosting. I never hosted anything. I just was like, well, I'm not going to be the DJ, so I got to be the MC. I guess this is what's going to happen. So these are my boys. So they put me on and kind of things just kind of snowballed because a lot of promoters and DJs came through and, relationships, just built relationships from there. And a lot of people, were just getting started at the time. So everyone was everyone's, in their early 20s. So everyone's just doing parties and things were kind of flowing from there. And, so that's how I kind of started doing parties and hosting events. And then, in terms of radio, I remember I was working like a payroll job. And, my girlfriend at the time was like, yo, why don't you go back to school? Why don't you just kind of hone in on something that you're super passionate about? So I said, yeah, you're right. So I went back and did my postgrad for radio, and then I kind of got a little bit deeper in the industry in terms of learning like a little bit more of the ins and outs and kind of understanding like where I could fit in. Mm-hmm. I did an internship at Flow at the time, and then I was at Sony Music in music licensing, and after that I got a job at G98 where I was in the marketing and promotions department, and then I was eventually I started off like in marketing and promotions, and I was doing commercials, like reading commercials and voicing stuff, and then eventually I got a show on Monday nights.
Nice.
Sick. So
Yay.
now you're creating now you're creating content. What brands have you worked with?
Wendy's Canada, Petro Canada. It's a lot of Canada so far. Juicy
Got
Fruit,
Soul.
Canada Got Soul. Yeah, there's a few.
Sneaker brands?
I haven't worked directly, not
Okay,
directly. I've covered stuff for Nike and for Jordan Brand, but nothing like directly.
Nice.
Yeah,
How did you had a gig with NBA XL, no?
I appeared on the show.
Okay.
I appeared on the season premiere this year.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, it was on hiatus for a few years.
Yes.
Yeah. So they just brought it back this year.
Nice.
It's a
Okay.
good show.
I'm gonna hit you with the speed round.
Oh,
Number one shoe.
I haven't studied.
That's fine. You don't need to.
Haven't
You lived this life. What is your number one shoe?
Jordan 3.
Which
Ooh,
one?
It has to be a colorway?
Which
Lawrence
one?
wants one.
Oh my gosh. Black cement.
Yeah.
How many pairs? Not the black cement, like in total.
Oh, somewhere between 260 and 350. In that ballpark. I haven't counted, so I can't give you a. I think that's the first time I publicly said this.
Oh my god. That slowed down the speed round. My jaw dropped and I forgot how to speak. Oh my lord.
Is that a black cement? Sorry, I missed that.
300 pairs of black cements?
Yes.
Yes.
What
I have
are
300 black cements and the one pair of Air Max ones I wear today.
what are your go-to colors?
Black and black.
And cement. What lace when you lace your kicks, overhand or underhand?
Wait, what?
When you lace your kicks, do you go above the eyelet or below the eyelet? Like, you know.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Above to start at the toe box and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
under the
Oh,
rest
okay.
of the way.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do.
Like a
When you-
normal,
when you
civilized
fully-
human being.
False. Incorrect answer.
Only serial killers going over the whole way.
Oh wait. When you fully tie up your shoes, or rather, when you rock your shoes, is it fully tied up and clean, or is it untied and loose?
Halfway. It's not tied up all the way. It'll be tied up, but I never go all.
So
use
it's an
all eyelets.
untidy, clean, loose,
Tied.
tied up.
Let's go with that.
Okay. Do you like pineapples on your pizza?
Yes.
Amazing.
It's fine.
We're getting
fine.
pizza next time you're on this.
It's fine.
No show socks or crew socks?
This year's crew.
So you're the crew.
Yeah.
Top
Roll
three.
with the crew.
Top three essentials in the sneaker world. However you interpret that in question.
Sneaker protector, like the waterproofing spray.
Yeah.
True.
I'm always scared to use that because of the way it like leaves some shoes behind.
Buy a good one and it'd be good.
Yeah.
Like
Jason Mark.
Yeah, Jason Mark.
Repel.
Repel.
Go on.
Are you
Philly.
guys getting paid to
Ja-
say this?
no, not yet.
know what I
Jason Mark. You know what happened today, guys?
Works like a charm.
I stepped in a puddle. Okay, that's one.
Shorts. Like it's
Okay.
important.
Year round in Canada. Okay, go on.
Especially in the winter when it's minus 40, you throw on those Raptors retro shorts.
With the parka.
Sneaker protector.
Go on. Spray some sneaker protector on your legs. That'll keep you warm and dry.
At a top to match is key. True.
And a top to match, so a fit. Okay, last
I want to
question.
hear the rest of the answers for that question. So, go ahead.
Some people have gone like profound. Like someone has said like a deep support system.
sandwich.
Well, Philly,
Was
if
that
you
your
listen,
number 4?
I mean,
if you listen to the rest
cut
of
it
our
off.
interviews, you'd know all the answers.
I know the answers.
Last question: resellers, hate them or love them?
Neither. I could pick one. No,
Yeah.
just neither. I don't feel either way.
Yeah.
I hate when they're
so-
buying shoes. They're going in the store 6 times before I can go in once. I hate that. But I mean, it's a part of the game. Bots, resellers. It's what we are. Is what we've come to as a society.
So deep.
Jeez.
So deep.
Aristotle.
Sociologist.
Coming
What?
off of shorts and sneaker protector.
I didn't sign up for this.
This is no longer fire round. What keeps you into sneakers, Philly?
I think I think the passion is something that's still pretty strong, but it's just like, people inspire me. Like when I see people, whether it's, people designing new sneakers and kind of putting their new take on things, or if it's just like seeing kids get into sneakers, it just kind of, it's almost like a competitive sport. It like it revs the engine again.
That's sick. So then, that's cool because it segues into how do you feel then about the direction that we're heading into with all these kids and them being the future of this all and stuff?
It's interesting. I mean, I think, kids, the youth are always going to drive everything, whether it's like hip hop or fashion or sneakers or whatever it is. Like it's always, kids that's going to determine what's cool and what's in.
So you believe that children are our future?
I believe the children are our future.
Teach them well
Facts.
and,
Let them lead the way. No, except the stupid ones. Don't let the stupid ones lead the way.
not those resellers that get in there 6 times before Philly does.
No, but we're at an interesting place for sneakers right now because it's like this is the first time that sneakers have never been. You guys, like when you guys were coming up, it was easy to walk into a store and buy what you wanted, or you could just line up like an hour before and you get what you want. Now it's like madness. You can't buy anything online because it's sold out in 1 second. You got to camp for 14 hours for a shoe, and it's like it's interesting because it's like, where is it gonna go from here? Like, can it get more popular than this? Yeah. Or is the bubble gonna burst and are people gonna move away from sneakers? Is reselling gonna die down? Is interest gonna, and that's all related, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see. I mean, and even with brands, like you have legacy brands like Nike and that other brand, like they've been around since like the 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever, what have you. And it's like, okay, are they gonna be relevant in 2020? I think so, but I mean, who's to say? Like, is there going to be another brand? Is there going to be a new Nike? Ooh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In 2 years?
Oh, well, yeah, I just realized 2020 is quickly approaching, my friends.
Well, when
Nike's going to be gone in 2 years.
No.
when Kanye's president in 2 years.
Yeah,
First plan of action.
Who knows what happens?
Who knows? He could be peddling his bootleg Roshis to everyone.
Well, there's his thoughts about the Easy. Any future plans in your sneaker life?
Right now, it's consolidate. Like my plan, like this year or the last year or two, is like consolidate, like shrink the collection down to stuff that's like all hitters, like all stuff that I really like. And if I'm getting rid of something, if it's disappearing, then I'm replacing it with something else that like I really like. So it's like it's more like, I don't want to say quality over quantity because the quantity is kind of staying the same or getting higher.
And also quality is also getting better.
Quality is going up, like in terms of like what I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
You're refining.
yes. Like a fine wine, but I don't drink the shoes.
Or drink out of them. For future plans, will you also be a part of Shoe Hall next year?
Of course, 100%.
We're going to talk about that now.
Speaking of Shoe Hall,
Well,
I should have asked Phil to do that segue.
wonderful segue, Alan.
Organically.
Tell us more. Tell us more about your plans for Shoe Hall.
So last Saturday, a few days ago, August 11th, we had a pop-up shop. I think I said this in my caption, a pop-up shop turned event, because that's sort of what it felt like as hype and excitement built up for it. Called Shoe Hall by Canada Got Soul, and we teamed up with Net Magnetism. By golly, was it amazing. That was a good day. We had Philly doing coverage for us like all day. I was surprised Philly stayed with us all day. You were a trooper for that. Thank you for that as well.
Got you guys.
Helped us with absolutely everything. You even stayed with us for dinner, and you had
helped with the
dessert
shoe
with
mic.
us. Yes.
Dinner was delicious, by the way. Thank you guys again. Shoe Hall was dope, but like honestly, I had a lot of fun at dinner and ice cream because it was just good. I know some people didn't really like the dinner choice, but I liked it.
I loved it.
I loved it.
It was awesome.
Chinese food is never my first choice for food.
But it's a choice.
Yeah. It
What was he
good. It
saying
was
during the dinner, guys?
good. Oh, I wouldn't.
It's so good.
Oh, wait.
my
What
God.
was he saying before?
I hated it.
hate it.
I don't want-
hate
I'm not a
tremendous.
big
I don't want to
fan.
go to
I'm
tremendous.
gonna eat before and meet you
I'll meet
there.
you there.
I said, no, you
said he was
you
gonna
weren't
eat
even
first
listening.
before dinner.
I said I was going to grab food and meet you there, so I'd eat with you, not before you. Guys, listen. Holy shit.
You think those tremendous guys will let you bring in some outside food?
McDonald's.
No, man.
McDonald's.
I don't know, with
Those
their pink vests.
pink vest guys. That's a no go.
Tough boys.
If you haven't been to Tremendous in Mississauga, it's a good restaurant at 3 a.m.
So many free plugs.
Also paying us.
I know.
Got some free shumai.
because we ordered too
Santos,
many.
We still got some.
Hargao.
The people at home can't see this, but we're actually giving Philly right now a thank you gift.
Oh,
Here you go,
It's,
Phil.
shumai.
That's so nice. I haven't
Go ahead
had
and
it.
open
His
it
box of Krispy Kreme donuts.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Open
I haven't
up the
had-
package there, and yes, it is a new car. You're welcome.
I haven't had shumai in so
it's
long.
on the
table. It's quite a treat, guys.
What, all right. Shoe haul.
I was there. Were you?
What were your guys' expectations coming into the weekend for it?
Are we doing like expectations versus reality, like that meme?
Yeah. Let's
So
do it.
expectations, I'm very negative and I think low.
So
You,
pessimistic.
The glass is half empty.
yes,
That glass is completely empty.
yeah, I'm a thirsty boy. You hope for the best but expect the worst. For me, so I wasn't expecting the worst. I wasn't expecting no one to show up and then something bad happens. But I was thinking that it was going to be a good day. I thought we were going to sell some merch. I thought a couple people would trickle in throughout the day. I thought there might be 5 to 10 people waiting out front 5 minutes before. I just thought it was going to be a solid day. Solid. is
Alvin,
what I
your
expected.
expectations?
I didn't have any.
Yeah.
Like
me neither.
not in a bad way. I didn't know
What to expect.
Yeah, I didn't really have an expectation. I was ready for anything, but it was just like whatever happens, happens. Like if we have a lineup, fucking dope. If we had one person lineup, dope.
Still dope.
Love that
If
person.
we had no one lineup, doesn't matter. We were
Still
family
dope.
the
Yeah.
whole day anyway. But yeah, no, I didn't really have any specific expectations.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's dope.
Joel?
Yeah, same thing. I wasn't really expecting much. I knew that we would get, people there, but I just wasn't expecting it to be how it went down.
Right?
So, yeah.
Yeah. That was the thing for me is I didn't know what to expect. So I felt like I think honestly, I was lost the entire day emotionally. I just didn't know how to feel. I don't know. I just felt lost. But in reality, holy shit, you guys blew us away. Whoa, I think that was my first swear word for the day.
No, you swore before.
Damn it. Sorry, Mom.
That's another one.
Sorry.
Pretty sure you said like fuck or something.
You should do
Poop.
like a Canada Got Soul.
Oh,
swear
no,
jar.
wait. Yeah, I called Lawrence an asshole. That's what happened.
You did.
Yep.
Rude.
Accurate statement. Yeah, no, for everyone who came to Shoe Hall, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. If you weren't there, maybe let's give a quick recap of what happened. Are we going to do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Run it.
Okay. So yeah, I think that most of us rolled through around 9 a.m. No, what time was it? 10.
10,
10
yeah,
a.m.
yeah, yeah.
We got there around
We
10
left at
a.m.
9.
We left at 9. We got there around 10. Doors opened for Shoe Hall at noon. We were allowed in the building at 11 because we're cheap. And we didn't want to pay for extra time to set
That's
up.
all we could afford.
At the time which we got there, I believe me and Alvin were there first, and Joel and Alan right after us. How many people we say? Like maybe 15 people?
14.
14?
Was
like
it
exactly 14?
actually?
14 people.
So
Holy.
14 people were there at 10 a.m. The first people in line were there at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's what it was.
Earlier.
Before
Six. Was it?
Earlier, right?
That's what the guy with the Mazda, the tall kid.
Oh.
He was there at 5 in the
So
morning.
then-
The guys got there. There were guys in front of him
Oh, shit.
who were there before.
Holy.
Earlier than 5 in the morning.
They were there for Net Magnetism's retail kicks.
The third person in line was there for our merch. So he had to
Fifth.
have been there. Who's fifth?
Fifth, Amon.
Oh, he's fifth?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
shout
any
out to
facts.
Amon F.
Shout out.
Shout outs to you, bro. That was crazy. That you even thought us worthy of that type of weight is unreal to me.
Word.
To us. But yeah, doors opened at noon. Obviously, a bunch of people got their pairs for retail and had to wear them out. Shout outs to everybody who put them on. I don't think anybody paid the $50 just to not wear them, which is very cool. And yeah, it was a steady stream of people for the first, I want to say, hour. Like we had a line up in front
I'd
of
say
our
2 hours.
Like, I mean, the line in front of our merch table.
Oh.
You think 2 hours?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what the peak was.
Yeah. So about 2 hours of a line, even just to buy the merch at our table. And then throughout the day, it was just a steady stream of people trickling in and people hanging out, eating pizza, playing Mario Kart, checking out the display, purchasing merch, talking to everybody, just having a good time. It was, yeah, I'm still soaking it in. Like it was on.
No, trust me. That's why
3 days ago, 4 days ago.
That's
like,
why Lost is the emotion that I
yeah,
have whenever
still
everyone
on a
asks me
high
about
from
it.
that. Still on a high.
And like their NetMag had like that build table going on for families
Yeah.
for
Oh,
his
man, I
build
love
kits.
that.
That was so cool. And then there's like honestly a good handful of kids
Yeah.
who took some of those things home. I know Ink and Money scored and he got like
Yeah.
both sets
Yeah,
done.
man.
No, 100%. That when people were coming over to me asking how it was, that was what I kept saying was my favorite.
Yeah.
Seeing all the parents there with their kids. Like I think
Yeah.
it was maybe like 5, 6 total throughout the day who came in and did the build, but like so cool to see them like with their kid being patient. Like one of the
Yeah.
guys was there for like 3 hours with his
Christian.
kid.
Oh, yeah.
Christian, was it Christian?
Yeah, Christian.
There for like 3 hours with his kid. He was there from opening and like
Yeah.
stayed there until his kid finished. And it was just like, it was awesome to see it. I loved it. Oh man.
Definitely such a good vibe.
Good vibes.
Yeah. Thank you. I think that's it. Like I can't say thank you enough. We can't say thank you enough to everyone who came out to Shoe Hall. We can't say thank you enough to Philly, who helped cover the entire day with us and help us build up and break down our
Yeah.
setup.
We'll probably throw all those shots on a blog post, I think, this week.
Yeah, let's
we'll
do
do
that.
that.
Let's
Like all
do
the
that.
ones that Philly took because they're very good,
Yes.
from what I've heard.
Wholeheartedly agree.
Word on the block
Apparently.
word on the block is those are really good pictures.
I know they don't listen to this podcast, but the parents, Mama and Papa, holy, you guys helped us too.
Thank
Just
you.
help keep our spirits up, get us a coffee run. I know, these women also don't listen to the podcast, but our wives, Christine, Sasha, our sister, Elisa, Jill,
Mare.
Atem Mare. Honestly, without those five, am I counting right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. The shoe hall would have been in shambles.
And Alex
Alex
And
Wong
Alex, yeah.
for the security.
And Dooney Jr.
and Dooney Jr.
Junie
Like,
Jr.
It was
For
an
being our
absolute
mascot.
family affair. Like everybody
Yeah.
pitched in, everybody lent a helping hand.
Yep,
We were admittedly extremely unorganized and like running around with our like a chicken with their head cut off because it was our first ever time doing anything like this.
Yeah.
As a group, individually, anything. Like none of us had even attempted something like this before. I think we overall did an amazing job, but there's definitely some kinks we had to work out. And without all those people helping, it would have been
Disaster.
disastrous.
I think.
like
Yeah.
absolutely disastrous.
We had the what and where, but not so much the how.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair to say.
Accurate.
Yeah.
So yeah, honestly, thank you for everyone who came out and showed us support, for everyone who came to help us. From the bottom of our hearts, we love you.
Did we thank NetMag? Did we say that?
Net Magnetism, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
As
That was,
well.
like even selling those shoes for retail is an absolute like seeing the look on some of those people's faces who were able to come in and buy like grails, their
Yep.
personal grails for retail was man, I love that too. Because I feel like some of those guys, even if they didn't have to wear them out, they would have anyways because they
for
were
sure.
that excited. Shit, man, that was a good.
And for those of you asking,
Frickin' day.
I am pretty sure NetMag and us are gonna make this an annual thing.
yeah, it's not a pretty sure. We'll confirm it.
1,000 almost, maybe always.
We got to chase that feeling because that was fun as flick.
Yep. So yeah, thank you to everyone.
Everyone who, man, there's so many people to thank. Anyone who drove in from anywhere, like Jewberry from Montreal,
Yeah,
Johan
Christina.
from Montreal.
That's crazy.
Anyone, even from like
Hamilton,
outskirts, Hamilton, Oakville,
Newmarket,
Newmarket,
Eastside, Scarborough,
Oshawa, Scarborough, Brampton, Brampton. Anybody like
none
just,
of
I can't express enough how crazy it
I
is to
don't
me that we were able to get people to want to leave their house on a Saturday morning,
For us.
Saturday afternoon, come all the way downtown Toronto, pay for parking, pay for transit, walk upstairs, pay their hard-earned money for our products, spend their
and breathe
valuable
the air
time
we did,
in our space.
eat our pizza.
is just unreal. I didn't even get any of that pizza.
Yeah, you did.
like-
You had a crust.
I had a crust of Kaya's.
That's
yeah,
still some of
Shout out to
pizza.
Kaya for coming. Everybody,
Yeah,
friend of the show.
baby Kaya Lou. And even the biggest of thank yous to the people who gave us well wishes all the way up until the actual day of, even after the day.
100.
Everyone that expressed how badly they wanted to be there but couldn't make it.
Word.
Thank you.
That
We love
even
you.
means the
We
world.
hear you. Yeah. With that said, we do have some stuff left over, and we're gonna figure out what we're gonna do with it.
There will be
You
some
know?
sort of availability on extra merchandise at some point.
That was not sold at Shoe Hall.
Word.
But we did sell out of almost everything, so thank you, like, to everybody. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Exceeded expectations like
Word.
crazy. 100%.
I think that's all we got for this episode, boys.
Did you want to talk about, quickly mention who reposted
Yeah.
from Shoe Hall? That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Gilbert Arenas.
How did that even happen? Like, how did that happen?
I don't know.
Because the Mad Hatter, aka Brian, was wearing his Gilbert Arenas.
But so he
Wizards
just
jersey.
tagged his jersey,
But it wasn't
or
even
something?
tagged.
But
It was
we
our
didn't even
story.
tag him. Yeah.
That was our story.
Was it?
Yeah.
Because what Gilbert's story looked like was like a post from the Mad Hatter.
No, it was our story.
Oh shit!
It said Canada got sold in the
Dad.
corner.
Yeah.
It said Canada got sold in the top left.
Damn. So one of his minions was just like, "Yo, Gilbert."
It was like
This
on an
random
Explore
crew in
page or
Canada.
something. Yeah.
Whoa, sick. Was it on the
Crazy.
score?
The Explore page.
Oh, I was gonna say. I was like,
Starting rumors.
what?
It was
I
on
know.
CNN?
Whoa, what?
Covered by Time Magazine.
Kanye West saw it too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he was there. Of course he saw it.
He was there.
Yeah, that was crazy to see Gilbert Arenas repost something from our event. And we got no followers. That's his poll. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Thank you to everyone who has supported us
No,
and been
chill
part of this
out.
podcast. If you are listening to us on iTunes, please give us a review and shoot us some stars.
5.
If you're tuning in on YouTube's, drop us a like, comment, and subscribe if you have not. We are going to work on making YouTube a thing very soon. More than just audio. Stay tuned. We have a Facebook group called CGS Talk. That's on facebook.com/group/cgs.talk, where we talk it up and sell some stuff. I need to post some things. The wife is getting tired of these shoe boxes, so I need to get rid of them. Hit up CanadaGotSold.ca for our latest pieces. The last one was done by Joel, called Vio Swap, about his adventures hiring Konotsky to restore his Viotech Air Max 1s.
And
Now,
look for those repost pictures from Philly.
Oh,
on there as
yes.
well this week.
coming
Yes.
soon,
Yeah.
coming soon,
Coming very soon, hopefully.
Now, if you actually, by the time you listen to this episode, it might be up already.
Yeah, we'll get it
see.
up.
Yeah, somehow. Now, if you'd like to join us on True to Size like Philly did, if you have any questions or suggestions for Fire Round, because we need some, shoot us a DM or email us at canadagotsoul@gmail.com. My name is Alan Martinez, and you can find me at _Espunor, no E.
either
Alvin
side.
Martinez, where can they find you?
MISTERQ and then Mart.
Lawrence Hopkins,
At LDoggyStyles.
Joel Hernandez,
At Joe Dooney, JO_D3OsNEY.
Philip Dos Santos, where can they find you?
Well, now that they have my government name, they can find me.
Hey man, hey man.
No, it's okay. It's on the
I
internet.
said it already,
It's on the
and they
internet.
can Google it.
It's
Yo,
literally my website.
man.
Front
Throw-
like,
PDS.
no.
Like, they know.
I
Okay.
know.
At SolePurpose.
PDS.
SOLE. Purpose.
Soul
I'm not going to
Purpose.
tell you how to
Yeah.
spell
Website.
PhilipDosSantos.com.
Booking info.
Nah.
Rates,
Batcave.
Not one of those.
cell phone number.
You guys have it. It's enough.
Thank you for listening to us talk about sneakers. This has been True to Size. We are CGS, and we are out. Goodbye.
Peace.
Huzzah! Huzzah for Shoe Hall! Huzzah
High fives.
for the world!
High fives all around.
Huzzah!